Hello, everybody. Hope that you are doing very well, and welcome to this live stream that I have for you today. I hope that you're looking forward to this one. I am just going to change around a very quick few settings here, and a sound check, of course, before we begin. If we can just make sure the sound is working well, everybody can hear me. You are looking forward to this one, and yeah, we are, of course, going to be going away over the prizes that we're going to be doing. That includes this really nice competition that we've been doing. So we will be giving away this during the stream. There is a little bit of time to enter, I suppose. The full instructions are down in the description box. But, you know, for a very quick summary, you can still get involved via the Discord. So, yeah, that's going to be exciting. We will give away that money on stream today. But the main focus, of course, is going to be analyzing, first of all, Bitcoin. I want to take a look at Ethereum for you all because, yeah, we're just seeing some extremely nice price action. I've actually been saying that, I really mean this, over the past few months, the price action that we have been seeing on Bitcoin in particular has been just absolutely wonderful. It has just been so precise and just very well respecting of the technical analysis. We've seen just the levels themselves, just, you know, real pinpoint accuracy. And today has just been another wonderful example of that. So I will pick up yesterday. I'll pick up exactly where I left off yesterday, where I done a YouTube video again yesterday. In that YouTube video, I hope you watched it. I was explaining why I was only in a long trade at the time. So I was only in long trades, as I am now. I have no shorts open right now. But in yesterday's video, I was explaining why at that point I was only in a long trade. And I was looking for the move to around $120,000 next, where I was going to take a short trade. In the end, I actually did take a short trade there as well. I then had a long from the low and a short from the high. Well, what we ran it up to next was a take profit one, where I'll be explaining, got out of that short trade, and then, of course, the continuation pump to the upside. I will show you very quickly, because I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I can show you very quickly just the past 24 hours of where we got into these trades and how well, of course, I've now got out of them. But it was really wonderful. So, of course, we were waiting for around $120,000 anchored VWAP value area high. And from there, we just continued, got into that short trade. Of course, we ended up rejecting up and around that $120,000 level. Was really nice to see. We brought it from the low of the long. So, of course, I had my long trade from the lows, which was taken live on stream. So there you go. That was a long taken live on stream to the champion members. And we were looking to take it up to around that $120,000 level to bring it back down. And then we had a long and a short simultaneously running. And I did get into both of those trades. In the end, the exact high, by the way, being put off of the time naked point of control there, $120,250. Well, we made our way down overnight. And where did we come to? We came from then the long to the short to our take profit on the long, which was off of the range point of control, the mini range point of control. Then had the long, of course, still open. I had the short open still at this point in time, but I've then hit a big take profit one on the short trade. Stop loss, of course, moved to entry upon hitting that take profit. And then I got stopped out on the rest of the trade, right? Because of course we got this large move to the upside, so that of course the stop loss was hit on the short trade. But that's fine. I was totally expecting the short to, of course, it wasn't a long-term short. It was long from the low, short from the high, take profit one on the short. Well, let's continue the pump to the upside. So the plan that I laid out yesterday, this is what I just wanted to emphasize to start off with, was it really was very precise. And that is what I'm trying to get through to you here. Like what we are trading, what we are teaching, right? There's no hype, there's no exaggerations. It's just hard, cold technical analysis delivered in a very honest, transparent way. And you can see for yourself, like, it simply does work. It really simply does work. Now look at this wonderful move to the upside. And you can see here that value area high that we were looking at, resistance, where do we move down to? I just want to show you this because it was just absolutely perfect. You know, the bigger range point of control that we took the long off yesterday, and this is where I was making this YouTube video saying that I've longed off of a range point of control. So just understand how this is like a fractal. Because off of the whole range, we're looking all the way back to the start of July here, so over a month. This is our higher term time frame range. Why was I so confident in this long? Well, we had the top of the CME gap. we had a daily naked point of control, and we had the range point of control. That was the main reason why I took this long trade on the morning, right? Well, back on back on when I was doing the live stream, right? This is why I took the long. And then I want to show you why. Where did we bounce off of here? My friends, it was the exact same theory. Just as we bounced off of the big high-term time frame range point of control, then you had this mini range. And what did you bounce off of? You bounced off of, when it loads here, look at that, the point of control. So it's just absolutely wonderful. Look at that. If I just hide the higher-term time frame range as well, so you can just see really precisely that was the bounce off of the point of control, just so you can see it in here as well. That's what it was looking like this morning, right? We're taking profits on the short. Of course, it's also an opportunity to compound the longs. If it's a take profit on a short, it's a support level, so you can also open longs if you do not have longs open, or you can compound longs, which you had from the low. I personally took profit one on my short and did actually add a compound on my long, so my long entry is a little bit higher. And it was a support zone, right? This is where we're looking for our bounces to occur. We've got the rise, we've got the pullback, we're getting the continuation, and we get the perfect bounce. But I just wanted to show you there, because this is just absolute precision when it comes to the technical analysis. The bigger range point of control bounce to the smaller range there, point of control bounce, picture perfect. Exactly as predicted. So with that said, let's go over what are we looking at next. Are we able to get the strength here for continuation to the upside? Well, I'm going to be saying, yes, I still remain absolutely full bullish. If you have been following over on Twitter, or X, however you want to call it, over the past few days, I've been very, very openly bullish indeed, telling you all no short trades at all. Remaining all my longs, no short trades. Am I wrong for being bullish? Every day I keep buying more. Everyone wanted the dip, and then when we got the dip, they were too bearish. I've been openly saying I'm buying this dip. I'm not scared to buy the dip. I'm bullish. I've been very, very, very publicly clear. Bullish on altcoins, bullish on Bitcoin, bullish on crypto, bullish on everything, actually, as I remain fully bullish on the stocks as well. So it's just bull, 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 bull. And this is not a random reason. This is all built off of the chart. Everything here and the reasons why are built off of the chart. So personally, I do still expect higher prices. So now where we can start to try and pinpoint some of these, let's call them high probability levels. Okay. So for me, the first and most obvious level that we have above us, of course, well, the most obvious level we could say is all-time highs, right? Let's be honest. This is a very obvious level. So we simply have the all-time high here, $123,250, give or take, right? But we have the all-time high. This is on the Bybit chart. One level that we have ever so slightly prior to that, which I think offers, again, a scalp day trade, would be the daily naked point of control here, $122,450. Why, you might ask? Well, this is our current weekly high. So this is the weekly high here. So you have a setup which is known as a fake out of the weekly high onto a daily naked point of control. So very much just like we were looking at the short trade yesterday, which again, I took that short trade, even confirmed that I can show you the post where I told my team that I took that short trade. So it was, so no short trades taken yet as we didn't hit the target. And then when we hit the target, I took my short trade. So, there's no hindsight here. It's like I'm in my long because we haven't hit the target. We hit the target. I take the short trade, right? Do this all day long. It's just simply trading the plans. And so, of course, that short was a profitable trade. We took it down to the take profit. I got stopped out the rest of the trade. That's fine. As a professional trader that does this every single day, it's fine. That's some people are scared to take that short. They say, why on earth are you taking short trades? Well, because there's profit to be made on the short trades. So just like here, you might think, well, why on earth do you want to take a short? Well, I now have several longs open, not only from the past few days this week, but on the whole chart. I have several massive long trades open. So, when I'm taking these short trades, they're for a level of protection for if I'm wrong and we drop, because I do remain bullish. But if I'm wrong and we drop, I like to have that level of protection. So I'll always be happy to take short trades. Of course, when I take that trade, I'm looking for that quick take profit one, looking to move my stop loss to entry after that, because I expect to be stopped out, but it doesn't mean I'm too scared to take the trade in the first place. So it is very reactionary but dependent, but essentially what we're going to be looking for is a take of these highs If we then get a fake out, so a rejection, well, that then simply gives us that short trade, right? Gives us, let's say in a ideal scenario, we have about 0.3% stop loss. Well, what could we do again? We could take the whole of this range. We could be, for example, saying to ourselves, well, the value area high could be a nice support level. Why? Because we could fake out here, hold the continuous higher lows and get the continuation. So this would be a nice take profit one, right? And then we have to do one of two things. Just like this was a nice take profit one off the point of control. If we had done this, well, I would have still been in this short trade now. But in the end, it come back up to my entry. I got stopped out, and that was fine. And the same would happen here. Well, let's say we do this fake out. We come back in, and then we hit take profit one, and then it drops down more. Well, we then have a short trade, which runs, of course, for bigger targets to the downside. Or alternatively, it bounces back up, we go to all-time highs, and we're out of that short, right? It's absolutely fine, but that would be for me anyway on Bitcoin. Not a major level above us. I'm not trying to say and spook you out here that this is some massive resistance. I really don't think it is a massive resistance. But it is a big enough resistance level that I'm aware of it from a intraday scalp trade perspective. Just as yesterday, I was looking for this short trade. If we got to set up, we got to set up. I took the short, it hit take profit. I'm out of the short. Well, the same here. Don't think this is a massive short trade that we're going to be talking about weeks and months into the future, but it's enough for me as a day trader perspective. Scalp trade, get in, take profit, get out, move on, which probably moves on to higher prices, but we'll wait and see. Okay. So that for me is the most obvious thing on Bitcoin. Now I'd like to take a look at Ethereum, and then if everybody has maybe some requests, things to look at, I'm happy to do that. Also happy to take any questions. So if people have questions, feel free to drop it in the chat. Super happy to help you the best I can in this stream. So stream will probably be about half an hour, 45 minutes. I do not want it to be too long. Of course, we are also going to be doing away this giveaway. So I guess we'll start this giveaway in 5 minutes. Let's start a giveaway in 5 minutes. So yeah, last 5 minutes to enter. Then I will download the CSV file export of everybody who's entered this and enter you into the giveaway. So if you haven't already, you do have to join our Discord. I can drop the Discord link. Actually, I don't need to drop the Discord link. I can explain how you can find access to the Discord. Super simple. And then I'll drop the link anyway, because why not? Come over to our website, chartchampions.com, scroll all the way to the end, and you see this little Discord icon here. Super simple. Click that Discord icon, and then you get the invite link to the Discord. Of course, free to enter and all that good stuff. And I was going to pin that into a comment here just so people can see the Discord invite link. So yeah, if you're not already, you can join the Discord for free. You can also do this via an email, so you can email help@chartchampions.com, of course, free entry, and then you can follow these instructions as well, either or in the giveaway section here. Super easy. It will only take a minute, and I'll do the giveaway $10,000 in 5 minutes, just to give everyone a little bit of time to do that. So actually, no, this is something that we were talking about as well. So we of course are going to be giving away, and this is just the first giveaway. We're going to do more of these, but rather than doing away 10,000 in one big prize, let's call it. We were thinking about doing maybe splitting this into, doing it over the next few videos, picking, let's say 10 different winners of $1,000, or today we could pick 4 winners of $250. So maybe we could do it like that today, or over the next, week or so. Do we do a stream a day or a stream every few days? And rather than just doing $10,000 to one person, we do more winners. And that's what I asked today. And the majority of the people actually said that they would prefer that. So rather than just one winner of $10,000, we get lots of different winners on this prize pool. I'm happy. Of course, it makes no difference to me really, but that more people voted for more winners. So I'm happy to do it like that. So it really is fine. So I guess what we can do today then is maybe 4 winners of $250 each. And we give away $1,000 today, and then maybe the next video we do 2 winners of $1,000 each, and then the next stream maybe we do a $5,000 winner, and just so we split it up so there's a little bit more winners. I think that will keep it interesting and yeah, more chances for people to at least get a percentage of that prize pool, right? And then when this one finishes, hey, we'll give away another $10,000, right? It's totally cool. And maybe when we'll continue to do it in smaller prizes, because people like it when there's more percentage chance to win, let's say, right? There is a higher percentage chance to win if we got, 10 winners than just one winner. It's not like there's that many people that have entered, by the way. So, kind of, you got a good percentage chance to win. Anyway, that's just the secondary part of the video. The main is for this Bitcoin. And so the Bitcoin analysis. So let's take a look at some of the comments. If anyone has a question, feel free to ask a question. Somebody actually has asked this question. This is a funny one because this is something I actually done today. So somebody, Impossible, says, possible. Can you please do a video on how to read your CC template workspace of Attis, how it all relates to each other? Well, funny enough, and this is why it really does pay to be a champion member or a contender member, because I actually did today do a brand new lesson of the workspace template. So I've actually done all of this for you, including how to set it up, what to do, how to import, how to use each step of the workspace, what each one means, how you can use this. So actually there is a whole video already on our website explaining the tick sizes, everything about that Attis workspace. I've actually done it in a video today, a new video lesson. So that's actually is live right now, which you will be able to get via this link. So it's entitled, we have a whole course dedicated to Attis, and we also have one for Quant Tower and all this good stuff. So under the Attis platform mastery, you will actually have access to my new video, which is of course going through Attis for you all, where you have access to the workspace and everything that you need to know about the Attis workspace is now in a lesson released today. That was built, edited, released today. So there's that for you. Let's take a few more questions anyway. What does my Elliott wave count point? So my Elliott wave count is still bullish. I am still bullish based off of my Elliott wave count. The way that I have been counting this was, of course, a bigger 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the upside. We were working on here the 1, 2. This is a quick preview or review of my Elliott wave count where we were looking for the 4 and the 5. I believe, I have it confirmed in my count that we have finished this as a WXY. And so for me, this was our first zigzag, moving into the triangle, moving into the last zigzag to give us a complete WXY of the wave 4. And then the way I've been looking at this is we've then been building a new impulse to the upside, right? And then within here, we've got an internal structure of the 3, 4, 5 of the, bigger term time frame 3. So if we just change this, okay. So basically my count on the Elliott waves that I've got going on is this working as still a bigger move to the upside. And within this, we're working on a 3, 4, 5 of the fifth rear, right? But this is still the fifth of a third. So that then leads us into a bigger third. And then I do believe we'll get a retracement for another new impulse. But that's a quick review of my Elliott wave count. Yeah, still bullish on the Elliott wave count, still looking for higher. So the question was, am I still bullish on the Elliott wave? Yeah, my Elliott wave count is still bullish. Cool. So with that said, then let's do this giveaway. So this is something really, really cool. So even if you are not interested in the giveaway, this I think is an amazing thing that I managed to. So of course I was thinking that how am I going to pick the giveaway winner? Basically, the way that it works is once you've entered into the bot, I have a whole list of just really simply, it will just say UID, right? So I have a list of the UIDs. So I was thinking, how can I make this into a cool giveaway? I need to find some sort of website or platform that will automatically pick a winner off of the UIDs. Then I thought, Well, it would be good for privacy reasons, right? If some of those IDs were starred out. Of course, there's like eight characters. I can star out 2 of them, but I reached this complex problem, which I want to explain and how I found the workaround. And this was really cool. So let me explain this to you. So yeah, the giveaway. I have a list of user IDs. I didn't really want to show public user IDs, even though it's not, of course, anything. You can't really do anything with someone's user ID, but it's better to have more privacy than not, right? So I thought, well, every single tool that I tried to find online wasn't suitable, or just it wasn't great. It required some sort of sign up. It required some sort of ads. You know how it is with these free programs. They always suck. So I thought, well, I'm happy to pay for a program, but then I thought, well, why not build my own? So I've actually built here a little giveaway picker. So this is my proud work that you can take a look at here, of course, with the help of AI, with the coding. So, but I was the one running the prompts, so we can put that as that. And so I've actually built here a unique giveaway picker. So this is very cool indeed. What I'm going to do right now is get the latest list. So from here, we're going to do another giveaway in a few days. But for now, entries have been submitted. I'm downloading the CSV file. So what I do is I upload this CSV file. Let me just make sure something when I actually click on choose file here. Can you see anything? Good. I don't know. I was just worried maybe some passwords. Anyway, I just downloaded the CSV file, which I got from the Discord here, Discord bot. From here, I can get this right into the UID list. So it's just, you can see here, look how cool this custom script is. So it's starred out everybody's user ID. And so I have a list of everybody who's entered here, their user ID. So cool bot. Well, so cool program that I built. I was super proud of this one, by the way. And so, of course, there was a requirement because a lot of people were entering with several accounts. We just said, well, you have to trade over $30 of volume. So I've actually just said, as long as you've traded over $0 of volume, as long as your trade volume of the past 30 days is not 0, then you are eligible. So really simply, you can only win if you traded over if you traded $1 or more, which I think is absolutely fair. You can just trade $1 and you're eligible, right? But it just avoids like one person entering 100 accounts, which you could do, which is why I said, well, a $1 requirement. So yeah, there was a $1 requirement tick box. Make sure all the user IDs are starred out, and then just really simply, if they've traded more than $1, then they count as traded. So of course, if somebody, for example, if this guy wins, but his answer here is no, when he's not actually eligible for the giveaway. So we have to run the winner again until a winner comes up with have they traded yes. Okay, so that's how the giveaway works here. Hope that you understand. Hope that you're looking forward to it. And with that said, let's start this giveaway, right? So yeah, really simply, I've uploaded the latest CSV file. So we're going to do 4 winners of $250 each. That's what we'll do today, and then maybe in the next video we will do $1,000 to a person. We'll see how it goes, but today we're going to pick 4 winners, $250 each. Let's pick the first winner. Drum roll. I even actually coded it to do a spinning little spinner here, so this is pretty epic. You can't really see here because there's so many, but you know, when I halve the list, taking out the people that haven't traded, you can see that it's going to spin and it's going to pick the winners. So let's pick winner number 1, $250 to this guy. Here we go. There is winner number 1. So if now you, of course, this is something that you're going to have to do, and the way that I'm going to work this is if this is your user ID, of course, this star would be, for example, 1, 2. It's 2 numbers. It could be 5, 6. Who knows? But you know, these are 2 starred out digits. But if your user ID starts in 69 and ends in 892, you are the winner of the competition. Let me just load up this CSV file a second. I'm gonna just make sure to hide this because I don't want everybody to see the list. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to copy this number and just make sure there's only one person with this possible combination. So if this is your user ID, you will know there is only one person out of the competition that starts in 69, ends in 892. You are the winner. Your next step is to come over here, direct message customer service, and just say, I won the $250. The easiest way for me to pay you is going to be PayPal. So if you have PayPal, that would be really helpful. And I can just PayPal you the money. Otherwise, yeah, we can do it via crypto, but I prefer to just send via PayPal if that's an option of you. But anyway, you are the winner. You can choose at the end of the day, right? So if this is your user ID, you've just won $250, message customer service, and it would be even more epic if one of the winners today is in the live chat. So that would be pretty cool today. And then, of course, we'll look at Ethereum to end it off here. Let's pick another winner, spin the wheel, give away another oh, actually, you know what I forgot to check is if this guy actually is actually eligible. Yes, that's lucky. Because if this had said no, you would not have actually been eligible. You would not have won. So you are eligible though, so everything's good. You have just won $250, message customer service, and we'll get that sent to you. And if you're in the live chat right now, please comment saying you were this guy, because that would be really cool. Anyway, let's pick another winner. Winner number 2 of $250 is this guy. So if this is your user ID, let's just make sure you're actually eligible. You are eligible as well. So congratulations, you've just won you've just won $250. That is your user ID starting in 49, ending in 61621. I'll just make sure it's simple to understand that there is only one possible combination. There is only one possible combination. You are the winner. Message customer service. That's another $250 given away to that guy. Let's pick another winner, right? Let's pick another winner. Bam. Another person just won here, $250. Your user ID is this. Let's just make sure that there is actually eligible. No, unfortunately, you are not eligible. You would have just won $250, but you did not trade more than $1. So, unfortunately, you have not won $250, but that kind of sucks for you. But the rule was clear. You did have to trade more than $1. But yeah. Unfortunately, you would have just won $250, but you are not eligible. So let's give away your $250 to somebody else. Let's pick another winner then. So the person who has just won your $250 is this guy. Let's see if this guy is eligible. You're also not eligible. So if you had traded more than $1, you would have just won $250. But unfortunately, you did not trade $1. So you are not eligible. Let's give your $250 away to somebody else that hopefully is now eligible, please. This guy, congratulations. Are you eligible? Yes, you are eligible. My friend, if your user ID is in 36**23322, you have just won $250. There is only one possible combination of this winner, so congratulations, you just won $250. That's $750 given away. Let's give away another $250. Look at this, and we actually have one of the winners, I believe, is in the chat. He's saying I'm here. So Anthony James, if this is you, I'm here. I've guessed maybe you are one of the winners of $250. So congratulations, Anthony James. We got one more winner to give $250 away to, and I will do that after the Ethereum analysis. So I want to analyze Ethereum first, and then we'll end with giving away that last $250. So Ethereum against Bitcoin. This for me is absolutely key what's going on here. And actually it's super bullish. Okay, I had this weekly level as a, of course, a possible rejection level, but we did get the rejection into a higher low continuation. Next, I was looking at the monthly, which of course we got through very easily. For me, though, we are reaching this zone, which is of a very, very key level, let's say. We're, of course, through the weekly and we're through the monthly. They are support levels. But what I am personally looking at, I do believe Ethereum has started a full reversal. So I am viewing this as a very, very bullish move up on Ethereum. But again, I like to use Elliott waves. And for me, this is the wave 1. This is the wave 2. And we are now working on the wave 3 for a 4 and a 5 to come, right? So what's the high probability of a wave 3? It's the 1618 Fibonacci extension. So what are we going to do? We're going to go from the low to the high of the wave 1 to the low of the wave 2. And the 1618 comes in here at 0.04. Let's just call it 0.04, give or take a few percent either side. So this is our next big target on Ethereum. This is the 1618 Fibonacci extension of a wave 3. So if you are looking to long Ethereum, is it a good idea to long, you've just broken into brand new all-time highs on, actually you're very close You are very, very close to brand new all-time highs on Ethereum. Is this an ideal time to be opening new longs? Well, you can do what you want because there's no financial advice here. But very likely, you know, I wouldn't be interested in opening new longs here anyway. You're too close to a major target. So yeah, for me, this is what I'm expecting on Ethereum. I do think we've started a new impulse with, you know, this major correction is over. So it's very, very positive news for Bitcoin in the long term, to be honest with you. But the reason why I wouldn't be so interested in longing now Ethereum at $4,000, you know, $5,000, because I do think that you're going to be able to get a bigger retracement first. Well, not necessarily first. I think there's another rise to come. But then when we come into this target, we got a nice retracement before the next move to the upside. What we have to understand is this is the 1618 Fibonacci target, right? That's the 1618 Fibonacci target. But if we are seeing a very, very, very strong impulse, we can absolutely go through the 1618 and we could be heading to the 2618 target before a retracement. So this is something that we have to be aware of. This could absolutely extend. But nevertheless, for now, it's one of those levels that we will place the alert and see the reaction. If we get a reaction and a start of a pullback, for example, we're hitting 0.04, well, we're simultaneously getting a fake out of all-time highs on Ethereum against Tether, Ethereum against USD. I do feel that it leads into a very nice drop setup opportunity. Of course, that drop setup opportunity is another long opportunity, but we do look for that to pull back for a new long opportunity before making its way to the upside. So you could easily see another 20% pullback here. Of course, that would be a very, 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 very heavy, you know, I wouldn't even really call it actually. It's not really a very, very, very heavy pullback, but it's a relatively large pullback into your support zone before another impulse to the upside. So in my outlook or viewpoint on Ethereum is I am fully bullish on Ethereum. There's no doubt about it. Like Ethereum altcoins, for me, I am bullish now, and I've been bullish now, well, since the middle of last month. I actually became bullish on Ethereum on the 15th of July. That is when I became officially bullish on Ethereum. And I actually recommend you to watch a video. You've probably already seen it, but if you haven't, I actually made a video. Yeah, here we go. This is the video that I'm going to be referring to. Made a video 3 weeks ago, just as we were getting this sign of strength on Ethereum. And for me, as we got above this level, that was the major sign of strength that we haven't seen in a very long time on Ethereum. Okay, so this is what the viewpoint, let me try and show you here very quickly. This is what the viewpoint was looking like. So as soon as we saw this move to the upside here, that was the change of market structure with the low, high, higher, low, and higher high. It was the move above the point of control. And at this point was our very, you know, we could say still early sign of this is major Ethereum strength. You know, this can lead the alt season. You know, this is where I became bullish on Ethereum. So I did not become bullish on Ethereum at the very low. Okay, I was not bullish on Ethereum at the low, but I did flip bullish on Ethereum as we saw the sign of strength. That for me was okay, this is now the strength that I wanted to see for a rally. And since then, we have already seen a 50% rise in price. So it just goes to show you, you do not need to long the exact low. You can wait for the sign of strength and then get bullish. And, you know, there's been plenty of opportunity to still get in on this rise to the upside. So yeah, anyway. So that's where I became bullish on Ethereum as we got the breakout there. And today, right now, I still remain bullish on Ethereum. I believe the Ethereum against Tether will hit an all-time high. I believe that we can still go on to hit the 1618 extension. And then if we manage to get through the 1618 extension, that is just so crazy bullish because it means that we're likely going to be getting a extension in the third, which can lead us on to 2618, 3618. There's massive, massive, massive bullishness. But I'm not going to be coming like euphorically bullish yet. I do want to see what happens at the 1618 because for me, this is a level that we can absolutely get a big pullback from. But again, if we do get a reclaim of that, then, you know, sky is the limit. And, you know, that's a blue sky breakout for Ethereum against Tether. So incredibly strong and bullish. But again, I'm not going to get carried away. I'm going to say that is my next big target above us. That is the 1618 Fibonacci extension. But yeah, for now, I still remain bullish on Ethereum and alts. But you just have to be aware that 1618 extension is a major target, which we could get a pullback, which again is another non-financial advice buying opportunity. So with that said, let's give away another $250. Let's see the fourth winner here. Pick the winner. $250. This guy has just won, and your user ID is this. Let's make sure you're actually eligible. Yes, you are eligible. That's nice and easy. Let me make sure there's only one possible combination. Yes, congratulations. If your user ID is 16, starting in 16, ending in 25815, you are the winner of $250. You have just won that. Message customer service in the Discord, and absolutely congratulations. There we go. That is $1,000 given away on this stream. And we're going to be doing more of these, of course. And so there is still time to what you can enter now and join the next giveaway. You know, next video, next stream, we'll do the exact same process. So, you know, there's lots of opportunities to win here. And yeah, maybe with that money, you can do one or two things. You could become a member of Chart Champions. You could put it into a random altcoin and see if you can make thousands off of it. So the opportunities are endless. Do whatever you want, because now that is your money. And congratulations to those winners. If you are a winner and you are in the chat, would love to hear a, hey, I won. Otherwise, you can just enjoy your winning there in silence. Absolutely fine. And I hope you've enjoyed that. Yeah, we'll be doing more giveaways soon. And we'll do other ways of doing giveaways, right? It doesn't have to always be via the Bybit. We can do a giveaway of, I don't know, a quiz. You answer the questions right, you win some prize funds, right? We'll do some other ways of doing it as well, because I do understand not everybody has access to Bybit, right? If you live in the UK, if you're, for example, you cannot trade on Bybit, so you can't even enter the giveaway. So it kind of sucks for those people, but there are ways around it, right? I do not live in the UK, so you know, you could do like I done and just leave the UK. Anyway, next giveaway will be, I don't know, next time I do a video, which will be probably some point this week. Anyway, I just wanted to do a quick video here. Hope you've understood why I'm looking for on Bitcoin. Next big level that I'll be looking for locally, which is the daily naked point of control on our weekly high. If we get through that, of course, all-time highs, happy to see it. Ethereum reaching the 1618 target. So be reminded of that 1618 Fibonacci target on Ethereum. Bitcoin coming up into the daily naked point of control. Hope you've enjoyed. Congratulations to the giveaway winners. And if you want more from myself, you know where to get it, chartchampions.com. Just a nice, quick, easy video for you all today. Hope you've enjoyed. Thank you ever so much. And yeah, I'm signing out like that. Remember, if you have one, contact customer service. Cheers, everybody. Thank you. That's me signing out. Goodbye.